Hi friends, this is part 2 of Demystifying the Mystifying Words playlist. Before watching this part 2, I suggest you watch part 1. Learning through audio is one of the most effective ways to learn vocabulary as you divert all your focus onto learning. So watch the video carefully, listen to the usages, and then you take the notes only during the second watch of this video. So let's get started. Our first set of words, congeal. Congeal is a verb. Congeal means when a liquid congeals, it becomes very thick and sticky. So, a liquid becoming thick and sticky. This is called congeal. Next word is congenial. Congenial is an adjective. Congenial, a congenial person or a congenial place or a congenial environment is pleasant. Example, he is a congenial chap who is always joyful. We also have a word genial. Genial means someone who is genial is kind and friendly. Kind and friendly. Our next word is congenital. Congenital is an adjective. A congenital disease or medical condition is one that a person has had from birth, but it is not inherited. So having some disease from birth, having a disease or a medical condition from birth is called congenital. So it is not actually inherited. It is not inherited. Our next word is conjugal. Conjugal is something related to marriage and the relationship between wife and husband, especially their sexual relationship. So, a relationship between wife and husband, especially their sexual relationship, is called conjugal. Our next set of words are cogent. Our first word is cogent. A cogent reason or a cogent argument or a cogent example is a strong, logical, and convincing. So any reason or argument or an example which is strong, logical, and convincing, we say it is cogent. Our next word is cogitate. Cogitate means to think deeply about something. So to think deeply about something. Our next word is cognate. Cognate things are related to each other, or cognate words or cognate languages have the same origin. So having same origin or relating to each other. Our next word is cognitive. Cognitive is related to mental process involved in knowing, learning, or understanding things. So something which is related to mental process is called cognitive. We say cognitive skills, mental process, right? Our next word is cognizance. Cognizance means knowledge or understanding of something. Example, he has full cognizance of the risk involved in the project. Our next word is cognizable. Cognizable means perceptible or obvious. Something which is very obvious is called cognizable. We say cognizable offenses, right? So we have a word called recognizable, which is actually having this root word. Recognizable, cognizable is one and the same, which is very obvious. Our next word is facetious. Facetious means saying things that are intended to be clever and funny but are really silly and annoying. Example, don't be so facetious, or we say facetious comments. So facetious means saying things that are intended to be clever but are actually funny, silly, and annoying. So this is a negative connotation word, right? Next word is fractious. Fractious is someone who is fractious becomes angry very easily. So this is irritable. Fractious means irritable. Example, children become fractious when they are tired. We have a word called refractory. Refractory means stubborn and unmanageable. Refractory. So this fract is a root word here. We have refractory. Refractory means uncontrollable, okay, or unmanageable. So fractious means irritable. Our next word is factitious. Factitious means made to happen artificially by people rather than happening naturally. Example, the outcry was to a certain extent factitious. So factitious means artificial. Artificial. Next word is factotum. Factotum is a noun. Factotum means a servant or a worker who has to do many different kinds of jobs. So we can say he is a worker or a servant. Factotum. Our next word is factious. Factious means very silly and stupid. Very silly and stupid. Example, factious questions. We say factious questions. Example, don't ask factious questions in the meetings. Our next word is factious. Factious means inclined to dissent. Inclined to dissent. Dissent means to oppose. So, example, a factious country, or factious also means divided, split, or sectarian. You can say sectarian or divided. So you can remember this one, dissenting. So inclined to dissent is called factious. Our next word is fastidious. Fastidious is an adjective. Fastidious means very careful about small details in your appearance or in your work, etc. Example, synonym is meticulous. Meticulous. So fastidious means being very careful and being very particular to minute details. Synonym is meticulous. Being very careful. Our next set of words are jaunt, jaunty, jaundiced. Jaunt is a noun. Jaunt means a short trip. A short trip for pleasure. A short trip for pleasure. Next word is jaunty. Jaunty is an adjective. Jaunty means showing that you're confident and happy. So it is confident and happy. Jaunty. Example, he had a jaunty walk. Or a jaunty music is fast and makes you feel happy. Example, we can say a jaunty tune. Next word is jaundice. Jaundice is an adjective. Jaundice means thinking that people or things are bad, especially because you have had bad experiences in the past. So you correlate your past to the present and you feel that every person around you is actually bad. Example, he has a very jaundiced view of the world. So meaning is thinking that everyone around you is bad. So if you look things around you with a jaundiced eye, you feel very pessimistic. Our next set of words are humdrum, doldrums, tantrums. Now, humdrum is boring and ordinary and having no variety. Example, the prisoner's humdrum routine life. Okay, so humdrum means boring and ordinary. Ordinary. Our next word is doldrums. Doldrums is noun. Doldrums means if an industry, company or activity etc. is in doldrums, then it is not doing well. Example, the property market has been in the doldrums for months. Second meaning of doldrums is if you are in doldrums, you are feeling sad. Example, John is in the doldrums today. So, doldrums means not doing well. Not doing well mentally, physically and also economically. You can use this word for all the things, right? Now, tantrum. Tantrum is a noun. Tantrum means a sudden short period when someone, especially a child, behaves very angrily and unreasonably and uncontrollably, right? So, example, she throws a tantrum when she can't have the toy she wants. Second example is children's temper tantrums. We have a word something like temper tantrums, throwing temper tantrums, right? So tantrum means people behave angrily and unreasonably. Our next set of words are postulate and expostulate. Postulate is a verb. Postulate means to suggest that something might have happened or something to be true. So it is nothing but hypothesizing, right? Hypothesize. Example, in earlier days, a few scientists postulated that the sun rotates around the earth. Second word is expostulate. Expostulate is a verb and these two words are completely different. Example, meaning of expostulate is to express strong disapproval or disagreement or annoyance with someone. To express strong disapproval. Strong disapproval or disagreement or annoyance with someone. Our next set of words are perdition. Perdition and peregrination. Perdition means punishment after death. Punishment after death. Or you can say it's a complete destruction or failure. Complete destruction or failure. So this punishment of death is nothing but the exaggerated form of this complete destruction. Okay. So example, an alcoholic on the road to perdition. Our next word is peregrination. This is a noun. Peregrination means a long journey. This is the opposite word for jaunt. Jaunt is a short trip. Our next set of words are reprisal and reprise. Reprisal is a noun. Reprisal means something violent or harm which you do to punish someone for something bad they have done to you. So reprisal is nothing but revenge, taking revenge. Example, they didn't tell the police for the fear of reprisal. Second example for reprisal is John was shot in reprisal for killing of a rival gang member. Our next word is reprise. Reprise is a noun. Reprise means when all or part of something, especially a piece of music, is repeated, or playing a part of act or tune again. Right? So this is nothing but repeating a part or full act. So reprisal, when all or part of something, especially a piece of music, is repeated, or playing a part of act or tune again, is called reprise. Our next set of words are apprise and apprise. Apprise is a verb. Apprise means to officially judge how successful or how effective something is, or to look carefully at someone or something to make an opinion about them. Example, his eyes apprised her face. Apprise also means to decide how much something is worth after considering it carefully. So in short, apprise means evaluating, right? Our next word is apprise. Apprise is a verb. Apprise means to tell or give someone information about something. So it is to inform. Example, the doctors will apprise you of your husband's progress. This is apprise, this is apprise. Both are different. Our next set of words are regale, regale, rigmarole and parole. Regale is an adjective. Regal means typically of king or queen or similar to a king or queen in behavior or looks. So regal ceremonies, we say regal ceremonies, right? So which is related to a king or queen. Whereas regale is a verb. Regale means regale somebody with something. This is the proper usage of regale. We regale somebody with something. Means to entertain. To entertain somebody by telling them about something. Example, Adam regaled the customers with the tales of his exploits. Our next word is rigmarole. Rigmarole is a noun. Rigmarole means a long confusing process or description. Example, I don't want to go through the rigmarole of taking him to the court. Rigmarole means a long confusing process or any description which is long and very boring is called a rigmarole description. Our next word is parole. Parole is a noun. Parole means permission for someone to leave prison on the condition that they promise to behave well. So permission to leave a prison is called parole. So some prisoners come out of the prison on parole. Example, he was released on parole. So the proper preposition for parole is on. The prisoners come out on parole. Example, he was released on parole after serving 2 years. Our next set of words are punitive, pensive, puny. Punitive means intended to punish someone, Example, the agency sent a letter but took no punitive action. Second example, the jury awarded punitive damages. Punitive damages means the money paid to someone who is a victim of a crime. So if a person causes an accident, the court normally asks him to pay punitive damages. Punitive damages means the money paid to someone who is a victim of a crime. The third example is the government expected to take punitive steps against offenders. Our next word is pensive. Pensive means thinking a lot about something, especially because you are worried or sad. So pensive means being very thoughtful. Example, John looked pensive. Our next word is puny. A puny person is small, thin and weak. Small, thin and weak. Example, a puny little guy. Similarly, puny also means not effective. Not effective. Puny. Or puny means a puny amount is money that is too small. Money that is too small. Money that is too small. Example, she was awarded a puny amount as compensation. So that's it for this lecture. If you like the content, please do share this video among your friends and family members. Also, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. Thank you.